guys, welcome to the channel. Today's video, I'll be giving you guys a quick event guide on the brand new event, the satellite, and I'll also be talking about the 5-star Arcanist Dikke that you can obtain for free if you logged in for 8 days straight in reverse 1999. But before I get started on the video, make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe, and also turn on the post notification bell so that you guys can always stay tuned as to when I post new videos. I'd really appreciate it. And if you guys are new here on the channel, I created a brand new Discord server, so if you guys have any questions regarding Tower of God New World in reverse 1999, you can join the server by going to my channel description. You see the server link there, and I'll also post a server link in the comment section down below. But anyways, let's not waste any time. Let's hop right into the video. So today, the satellite event just dropped today, and this is basically the event. So it's pretty simple. It's like a mini event. It's only gonna last for like 6 days until 1.1 drops. So basically, this is how the event, like the whole event, works. You see these tasks right here. We're in day 1. There is basically going to be 5 days. That's how long the event is going to last. And when you have these 4 tasks, you basically come over here. I already completed these 3 tasks, so I can't really do anything with them, but I didn't complete this task. So you come over here, you click go, and then when you click go, you basically have to clear an objective. Like, you have to clear a level in the story, and then when you clear that level, you're going to basically clear that task. So I'm going to give you guys a quick little example, show you guys how to do it. So I come over here, and I'm going to talk about this team that I'm using, but we're going to come over here and we're going to clear this. So okay, let me use Soneto buff, and then we're going to use debuff, and then we're going to attack. So this is basically how the event works. You basically enter combat, you clear levels, and then once you clear the level, you can basically clear the objective. All right, so he's attacking. I'm pretty sure we could have done this in auto, but I just wanted to show you guys how to do it, because I know there's going to be people out there who are going to be confused on how to clear this event. It's pretty simple though. So we do some damage there. All right. These guys, all right, this guy should be dead right here. We're gonna attack this guy. We're gonna attack this guy right here. They should all be dead. All right, you're done. Clear this guy. Nice. And you're done as well. Okay, now let's go ahead and inflict. Okay, let's rearrange this. Okay, let's place this debuff, and then let's do her ultimate so that they can go to sleep. And we're going to buff us. We're going to buff ourselves. Alright, they should all be asleep now. I'm definitely going to make a video on Baby Blue and talking about her kit and how you guys should use her, because I think that she's a pretty good character. Like, you see this sleep right here? It's so nasty. And we should do our ultimate, and they're all dead. Yeah, they're all done. All right. So we did that. Let's go and click confirm. So as you guys can see, it says order of the satellite completed. So once you've done that, you go back to the event. We're going to go back over here. We're going to go to the event. And you guys can see that I can now brew. So once you clear the objective, you click this brew button right here. And this brew button, basically, this is how it works. You have a countdown. You have a 60-second countdown, and then you see these materials. You have to claim these materials in order. So I click brew. Now I have to collect this doll head first. So we're gonna go to the doll head, and we're gonna click add, and then we gotta go to the coin. We click add again, and then we click add right here, and that's pretty much how the event works. So then we do it again. We click this first. We click that, and then we click that. So you have to follow the order, and you have a 60-second countdown, and then you obtain those resources once you collect the orders, like once you collect the resources in the right order. So that's pretty much how the event works. And you also have additional rewards right here. So and you can also get clear drops. So that's pretty much how this whole event is. And then once day 2 comes, then you basically do the same thing over and over again. You do the same thing for 5 days. That's basically the event. So now that that's out the way, I want to talk about Dikke. So if you guys have logged in for 8 days, I don't have the event anymore because I already cleared it. But if you logged in for 8 days, you should be able to get your Dikke today. So everybody should have their Dikke today if you logged in for 8 days. So as you guys can see, I have DK. Now, should you invest in DK or not? Now, I'm gonna basically have a short response. Yes, you should invest in her, and the reason why is because she is a healing unit. She can heal, and she can also do good damage. So let's go ahead and look at her kit. Now we look at her first arcane skill. It's basically an attack. So she does one target attack, deals 200% mental damage with max incantations. She deals 300% mental damage plus the caster's attack times 100% Genesis damage. And I'm pretty sure Genesis damage is true damage. So that's pretty much her first arcane skill. Her arcane skill scales with her attack, and she does mental damage. And then when we look at her second arcane skill, she can basically heal. She has a mass healing, which is an AoE heal. She can heal your entire team. She heals based off of her attack percentage for all allies. If a target's HP is below 50%, she additionally heals plus the attack percentage for the target. So if your allies are below 50%, their health is going to go up even more. She'll be able to increase their health even more if they're below 50%. So she's a really good character to use if like your team is suffering in terms of, you know, damage. Like if your team is taking a lot of damage, DK will definitely heal your team by a lot. Now there are, you know, controversies whether or not, you know, Lasource would be better, or, you know, Balloon Party, because DK, she does more healing when your allies are below 50%, but I'm pretty sure when your allies are above 50%, I'm pretty sure Lasource can do way better healing when your allies are above 50%, because you see the scaling is way higher compared to DK's. Like we come over here, the scaling is way higher because Lasource has 200% scaling when, you know, your allies are above the 50%, but her scaling is higher if your allies, DK scaling is higher if your allies HP is below 50%. So basically, if your allies HP are below 50%, DK is the better healer, and if your allies HP are above 50%, I feel like Lasource is a way better healer. So they're both good, but I would rather go with, you know, DK because she's a 5-star character, and, you know, she has 3 insights. And when you reach max insight, when the caster attacks, if the caster's HP percentage is lower than a target, she also has leech rate in her kit. So I feel like DK is a really good healer. So if you have her, definitely invest in her. She would be a really good unit to use. So we basically looked at her arcane skills, and we look at her ultimate. She basically has a purify. So if she has, you know, a debuff, if the enemy inflicted a debuff on her, when she does her ultimate, she can purify that debuff, and she enters an immunity for 1 round. So once she does her ultimate, she purifies, she cleanses the debuff, and she enters immunity. So when an enemy is trying to place another debuff on you, that debuff will automatically, like, it will just go away because she has immunity. And she deals 400% mental damage plus Genesis damage. So ultimate, really nice as well. Has purify, immunity, she has healing, and she also has damage in her kit. And the side cube that I'm using for her is pretty much this side cube right here. I'm using the laughter. You can basically obtain this side cube when you come over to task, and you can get it when you clear, when you clear Act 5. You can get this side cube right here, this 5-star side cube. And this is basically a side cube that I'm using on her because that side cube has damage reduction. As you guys can see, it has damage taken reduction 6%, and when you increase it more, the percentage goes higher. And for her amplification, it says when a round begins, healing done plus 3% for the carrier stacks up to 4 times. So she can basically heal more with this side cube. So I feel like this is, you know, one of the best side cubes for her. Of course, you know, the 6-star side cubes are going to be better, but this is the one that I'm using right now. And teams. So I talked about arcane skill for insight. So for insight 1, I have her at insight 1 right now. For insight 1, when the caster attacks, if the caster's HP percentage is higher than the target's, attack plus 15%. So if her HP percentage is higher than the target's HP, she does more damage. So the more HP she has than the enemy, the more damage she can do. So that's her insight 1. And then for her insight 2, she has an attack boost when she enters battle. And for insight 3, when the caster attacks, if the caster's HP percentage is lower than the target, leech rate plus 50%. So she also has leech rate in her kit. So pretty cool character overall. Even designs, like her design is just really cool. Like, look at this. She has like a whole, this just looks cool, man. She just looks cool. Okay, so let's talk about teams. So the team that I'm using for my DK is Soneto and Baby Blue. Now, the reason why I'm using Baby Blue is because Baby Blue is a defense shredder, a mental defense shredder. So if we look at her first arcane skill, we look at the debuff right here. When you get 2 incantations, she deals 200% mental damage and mental defense negative 25% for the target for 2 rounds. And when with max incantations, you can increase that defense shred by 35%. So she is a really good mental support. And when we look at her debuff, she also reduces the amount of damage that the enemy, like she basically reduces the damage, the amount of damage the enemy can do to you. And she also increases the damage the enemy can take. So her debuff is literally the opposite of Soneto's, because Soneto's, she applies a buff to your team where you can do more damage and you receive less damage, versus Baby Blue, who's literally making the enemy take more damage and they do less damage. So it's literally the opposite of Soneto, because it's basically a debuff to the enemy team. So that's pretty much Baby Blue's kit. And then for her ultimate, I feel like her ultimate is absolutely cracked. When you basically have a debuff on the enemy, when Baby Blue does her ultimate, she will inflict Nightmare, and Nightmare will basically, the enemy, they can't attack when they're in Nightmare. So I feel like her whole kit is just so good. And the reason why I'm using her with Soneto is because Soneto, when you use Soneto's buff, when you use Soneto and Baby Blue's buff, you just do so much damage, because you're increasing your team's damage, you're taking less damage, and you're also applying penetration rate to Soneto. And on top of that, Baby Blue is applying the damage reduction to your team, and the enemy team, they're taking more damage. So they're really a good unit together, and when you pair them up with DK, it's just an awesome team. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a quick little gameplay here. So we should go to, I feel like we should go to, let's go to Insight, or let's do resources instead. I feel like resources is just better because we actually need resources. So let's go ahead and check out resources. So I'm gonna come over here, and okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put Baby Blue. Wait, actually no, let's go to another category. Yes, let's do this instead. I feel like this is way better. All right, so so this is basically the team. Now let me go ahead and take out the auto. There it is. And let's put in Baby Blue, and then let's switch their side cube. So let's go ahead and take Eternity out, and let's put in DK. Confirm. Let's take out Tanat, and let's put in Eternity. So this is basically the team, and this is how the team is going to work. Put this right here. So yeah, this is how it's going to look like. So let's go ahead and start it. So this is how the team works, right? The first thing we want to do is we want to place the debuff. So we're going to place Baby Blue's debuff so that they can take more damage and they can do less damage. And then we're going to apply Soneto's buff so that we can do more damage as well. And then we're going to do this. We're going to combine these 2 cards together, make it stronger. All right. Okay. So now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to apply this debuff on this guy right here. So let's place this here, and we're going to use DK's attack. So we're going to place that mental defense shred so that DK can do more damage. As you can see, the more we level her up, of course, she's going to do more damage. And the fact that their Afflatus is like, we don't have an Afflatus advantage over them, we're not going to do that much damage. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to increase our damage, and we're going to use Soneto debuff so that he won't attack. There we go. And then now we're going to use Soneto's ultimate. So we're going to first heal up, and then we're going to use ultimate. As you can see, look at that heal. well, if we were below 50%, it would have been more. We would have had more HP there. So that was some nice damage right there. And we're gonna save DK's ultimate for the next round, so we're not gonna use that yet. We're basically going to what should we do here? Okay, we're gonna use Soneto's attack, and we're going to use Baby Blue attack right here. And we'll just leave this, we'll just switch this around. Okay, so he should be dead, and this guy should be dead as well. What? Wow, they did me dirty right there. I'm not gonna lie. Is it just me, or is like all the enemies in this game, they always stay alive with 1 HP? It just doesn't make any sense. Like, this guy should be dead. So let's put that right there, and let's just keep moving these around because I'm not wasting these cards. But this guy should be dead, man. There's no way. All right, he's out now. Okay, so we should have our Baby Blue ultimate, but she's sealed, unfortunately. So now let's place our buff. We're not going to use DK ultimate yet because we want to basically apply that mental defense shred. So we're just going to use this heal. And honestly, I could have cleared this minutes ago, but I'm just basically showing you guys how the team works. So we got that heal. And now that we have the debuff on the enemies, we're going to use Baby Blue's ultimate. So you guys see the debuffs on the enemy, all these debuffs. So now we're going to use Baby Blue ultimate. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this right here so that we can buff up this arcane skill right here. And then we're going to apply the defense shred, mental defense shred on this guy right here. We're going to use her ultimate, and then we're going to use DK ultimate. So look at the defense shred, mental defense shred right there. Look at that. And then we're going to use her ultimate because the enemies, they have debuffs, so we will be able to inflict nightmare on them. So you see that nightmare, they can't act. And look at all that damage. 2,000 damage. See right here, mental defense negative 25%. So now the next thing we're going to do is let's go ahead and increase the damage here. Let's put this right here, and we're going to use this right here since he has that mental defense shred. Dead already, nice. And then we're going to use Soneto ultimate. So let's go ahead and use the debuff, Soneto ultimate, and we'll just use her debuff right here just in case. So now we can do more damage because Baby Blue has inflicted the debuff on them. Look at that, dead already. 4,000 and 6,000 damage, which is insane. So let's go ahead and check the stats here. So Soneto doing 28,000 damage, DK doing 7,000 damage, Baby Blue doing 6,000 damage, and DK doing 3,000 healing, and she's tanking like 3,000 damage. So that's pretty much the team. In my opinion, I feel like that team, the more I level up my characters, the better that team will become. It's a pretty solid team in my opinion. And later on in the future, I'm definitely going to show you guys some artificial. Okay, if anybody knows how to say this word, please type it down in the comment section because I don't know how to say this. Like, is it somnambulism? I don't know, but somebody put in the comment section. But yeah, later on in the future, I'm definitely going to go through artificial content with you guys and show you guys some teams. Right now, I'm mostly focusing on building my characters, and I'm on my way to completing the 4th chapter of the story. But yeah, that's pretty much, you know, my DK showcase. Overall, really solid character, really good healer, can do really good damage, especially if you have Baby Blue, because Baby Blue has that mental defense shred, and Baby Blue can also inflict debuffs on the enemy where they can take more damage and they can do less damage. And if you pair her up with Soneto, there are honestly, Soneto and Baby Blue are a really good pair because their debuff works perfectly together. Like, their debuff synergizes perfectly because Soneto's applying that buff to your team where your team is taking less damage and they're doing more damage, and Baby Blue is applying the debuff to the enemy team where they're doing less damage and they're taking more damage. So pairing them up together would be really nice. So yeah, that's pretty much the team. So put your thoughts down below in the comment section of what you guys think. I'd like to see y'all's opinions, but anyways, I appreciate you all for watching this video, and I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Peace.